Hi, welcome to another edition of Blaine Buzz. This is Congressman Luke Tamara. Hopefully you're having a great week. It's an interesting week here in D.C. from the standpoint we've got two or three things going on that are of monumental importance. Number one is the Supreme Court is actually beginning their hearings this week with regards to Obamacare and the constitutionality of that particular issue. It's going to be interesting to see how their decision comes out. They've been asking a lot of very interesting questions. The decision should come out this summer. From that decision, quite frankly, we will have an idea of how we're going to be able to govern ourselves over the next centuries, because this is a monumental decision from the standpoint of deciding whether the government can tell you, can mandate to you that you have to purchase a particular good or service, and if you don't do that, be penalized for that. So stay tuned, watch the hearings, watch for what comes out this summer. This, quite frankly, in my judgment, will be the most impactful decision the Supreme Court's had since probably Roe versus Wade. The other thing that's going to happen this week is our budget. Congressman Ryan and the Budget Committee have come up with their budget again this year. That is another step, I believe, in the right direction, although we'd like to all go a couple more steps farther. We have some folks over in the Senate who don't want to take any steps that direction at all, and a president that wants to continue to tax and spend more. And we believe we're taxed too much and we'd like to lower taxes, and we want to spend less. And so the fight is over those issues, and the Ryan budget, the way it's been proposed, is very significant in that they combine all the tax rates, the 6 different rates right now for individuals, and they combine them into 2 at the 10 and 25 level. They drop corporate tax rates down to 25%. This is a very significant occurrence. I think if you look at what happened with the Reagan tax cuts in the early 80s, this is the kind of tax reform and tax cuts that can spur our economy and get us going again. It also takes makes an attempt to begin the discussion on how to curtail the drivers of our budget deficits, which are the entitlement programs. It begins to lay on the table some ideas of how we can reform those and begin to take those steps down the road that we believe is going to be impactful from the standpoint of getting our budget under control. Social Security and Medicare go over a cliff in 10 years. It's irresponsible not to begin the discussion on those issues, and we hope that the Democrats will come along. We have some already that are discussing it with us, but we need to bring the rest of them along as well. A key point of the budget is that it begins within 5 years to get our expenditures down to a percentage of GDP, which is 20% is where it targets. That is very significant, because if you're in the 19 to 20% range, you're finally to where you need to be. What we believe most governments need to be anyway, in the form of expenditures versus the amount of revenues that your economy is generating. Some folks like to get there sooner. I'm one of them. However, I'm realistic and understand that, hey, when you have a Senate that's not going to work with you, and a president that wants to spend more instead of less, wants to tax more instead of less, sometimes you have to take incremental steps to get where you want to go, and this is some of the steps that we're taking. So again, watch the debate. If you've got some concerns about these issues, don't hesitate to give us a call. Get on our website, look at the bills, contact our staff here in Washington or in the local offices. They'll be glad to give you some updates and give you details if you have some concerns. But these are two monumental issues that are on the table this week. Stay tuned, and if you need some help with the details, let us know. Again, we look forward to talking to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.